First elimination.
All right. Yeah. Seems good. Yep.
Welcome back to APAC Season 2, Week 1. This is a whole new cup. Well, it's the APAC League. It's been renamed to the APAC Cup. We are about to get started. It's going to be an exciting match. My name is Private Genocide. I am met with Mr. Soap. Some of you that have played against him in public services would know by seeing on your death screen, killed by Mr. Soap. Welcome, Mr. Soap.
How's it going, mate? Yeah, when I'm lucky. Good to be here.
Most of the time.
Good to kick off Season 2. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how these teams get on with their new additions.
That's right. And it is going to be a cracker of a match because we have a pretty good start to this whole cup. We have TBT versus KAOS. Now, for those of you watching that watched Season 1, KAOS was the team that ended up winning the Season 1. And TBT gave them a pretty good run. So we're going to see now how KAOS ends up keeping the cup or keeping the belts, whatever virtual reality symbol you want to use.
Yeah, well, also TBT, they could have been in the final last year, like they tied with Trouble, and they only just squeaked by just on. Trouble only squeaked by on points at the end, so they were already really close to KAOS last season, and they've got some new additions. So yeah, hopefully they'll be able to see how much they've caught up tonight.
Yep. So what we do inside our APAC Cup is we change it up a little bit. So it's not always just very good the Hyperdash players that end up battling it out against each other. We introduce new players into the match, and what we'll do is we'll have a look. So KAOS, for majority of it, are the same with Crash, Axion, Universal, and Firehorse. But we do have a new player that has joined the KAOS ranks, Pixel Witch.
Yep, and Pixel Witch is in New Zealand. Well, she's living in New Zealand and American, so nice addition to the league, and it'll be interesting to see her get the nerves out of the way tonight. TBT also, I think Reality Forge is another newer player just coming through this season, so we're interested to see how he gets on.
Yep, and we like doing that. We like to introduce new players into our cup matches. It sort of gives them an opportunity to play with the better players, get an idea of what competitive play style looks like and feels like, and also inspires them to be better players themselves.
Yeah, and High Bilbo I've seen getting a lot better in pubs lately, using a lot of heavy weaponry, and it's going to be interesting to see how he translates that off-season form into tonight. Like a lot of these players will be getting better over the off-season, so High Bilbo, Person, Marisol, I've seen them all getting better. Damaju's been having some monsters lately, so it's going to be interesting to see how KAOS handles that tonight.
Yeah, a Bilbo chasing you with shots. There's nothing more frightening than that.
And then Universal's a real weapon on Coast, which we're seeing new maps tonight. We haven't seen Coast ever played in this league, and that's a new game mode that's been added, capture the flag, and you got to go into the opposing base, capture the flag, and get back to your own base.
Yep.
And Universal is really good at that game mode because he's really sneaky with what he did, with how he does it.
And I just learned last night that Universal has been accepted into the HH team as well. And for those of you that don't know, HH is considered a team of hyperdash specialists. If you're in there, it's considered a badge of honor that you're quite good. So we've got a few HH members playing in our little cup. So this is going to be quite exciting. At this stage, we would typically talk about the stats of each player, but we are resetting the stats for this season, and we'll grow them as the season progresses. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into our game. And let's go and find everybody.
Can't tell if my eyes are seeing double or that has the 5 versus 5 doesn't quite match up, does it, on the screen?
You're not seeing double. You are definitely.
Good. Just need to know that my mind's still sane.
Yep.
Must be pretty close to starting up, I'd say. They're all red sides out of their lobby. Here come the blue.
Blue. I think they've had their stretch chat.
Yeah.
And I think they're starting to get into what it is that they need to do. So we have 2 new maps, starting with this cup. We've got the new coast map, which is the capture flag, which you mentioned about a little bit earlier. And we also have Pit, which is going to be our new decider.
Yeah, so what are we starting with tonight? We're starting with Coast.
We're either starting with Coast or Canyon. I think that's what the team's busy deciding on right now.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't know whether, because in this league, every week each team has their maps allocated. They have their color that they're starting, that they're playing the whole match with allocated. So I don't know whether they had the order allocated as well, but I guess that could probably be changed around. So we're interested to see what they pick to go first. Looks like they're starting with Canyon, yeah.
Yep.
Starting with what they're comfortable with.
Start.
Here we go, fresh off his HH badge. Universal. Facing the scrutiny of his nation.
Showing off his golden pistols
Match
over there.
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Sneaky positioning.
First elimination.
Oh, look at that shot. Beautiful charged headshot it looked like.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. It's a decent start. The car's moving quite quickly though. Not really slowing.
Oh.
Or Firehorse.
Firehorse's abilities with the rocket launcher is just unreal. The way he can just flick it around corners.
Yeah, he is really good with them, eh? Oh, and his shotgun, trusty shotgun there as well.
Yep.
left-handed.
Person doing a little bit of disruption here on the back. Paying off.
Oh, beautiful kill on Pixel Witch. Oh, look at that. Axe.
He's
Oh,
going
ho, ho,
for...
ho.
Oh, and get taken
Oh.
out by Axion 150. Pixel Witch doing pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty tough to go out there first match, you know. All you got to do is just focus on helping your team, trying to stop the cart, focus on the little things, like trying to stay with the team members, and, you know, she's doing pretty good so far, yeah. Like, I'm sure her anxiety's through the roof in your first match.
Yeah, it would
You
be.
got a lot of nerves.
Damage you coming in behind enemy lines, making sure to stop.
Very
all
clear.
the- Yeah, doing really well.
Oh,
Meaning that get taken out by Firehorse. Now they're at a pretty difficult part of the map right now. They're at that U-bend, where you need to get it past over there. It's considered a very tough part of this map to get that halo past this point.
oh. Look at this damage use aim at tonight is really on point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But
And that's the
Damage's has
thing.
been doing really well. I think he's just been constantly grinding out aim.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but even just having that first season to play these games, you grow a lot. And then, yeah, as you say, this game, just your skills in all the different areas just slowly grow at their own rates. And yeah, it looks like something's really clicked for him. Jumped up a level.
Universal doing good work. Oh, getting taken out by Hillbull with shots.
Wonder if they've got who's on. I suppose Firehorse on heavy weaponry. I'm interested to see who they've got standing on cart. Some teams designate somebody to stand on cart, and others they try and have everybody have that mentality. I think the latter is better, but it's quite a sort of quite hard to get a team that's all focused on standing on their cart. They're doing pretty good so far.
They're just about to make a checkpoint, which is going to give them an additional 6 minutes.
Oh,
Almost had an opportunity to clean up the carts over there.
it was the right idea.
That's
Whatever
it.
it's going to work out. I believe in it.
Oh!
Oh!
And he kills himself.
No.
Oh man, that must hurt.
Oh, almost the highlight of the century. I mean, that was more memorable that way. It was a good finish.
Now Rembrandt's a really good player as well. He's been playing Hyperdash for a little while now. I think he was one of the first, sort of early adapters, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely one of the first ones that I remember seeing. Before there was Muley, who's new to who was just joined the league as well. This APAC league, he was one of the first around. Rapscallion, another really early adopter who's just joined the league this season as well. And then it was like myself, and then Rembrandt, Lord Grim, I think, and then Crash and Axe. Maybe I can't remember between Crash, Axe, and Lord Grim who was first, but he's definitely an elder statesman. He'll be the voice of reason.
Yeah. Firehorse defended himself quite nicely. Now, Firehorse's role in KAOS is typically to be the sniper and to make sure to just sort of bombard players down with shots from a distance. And he takes on that role really well.
Yeah, well, it's only as good as your teammates who push forward and protect you to be able to use those. So his team really allows him that that ability, and he takes advantage of it for sure.
Yeah. One person on cart. Doing a really good run right now. Needs to get out of the way of those shots. Oh, taken up by Universal in the end. Let's have a look at one of the new players, Pixel Witch. Just heading in, got the staples.
Just going with the one. Axe likes to do that as well, Axe and Crash, so...
Yeah, normally they'll come in with a shock pistol and staples, take you out before you learn that you're in the game.
Yeah, it's very on brand of her. They're obviously happy enough with her taking the staples.
Yep.
Crash and Axe just randomly grab the staples. I never know exactly when they do it versus when they go with...
Pixel Witch cleaning up the cart, taking out a bunch of that damage. That was great defense. Let's find Reality Forge. So Reality Forge is out and loot fire.
Nice frantic dashing, that's what you're going to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got his...
Went up against one of the top players, so let's give him another chance. Let's have a look. Now he must know that Universal is still watching the area and needs to change his strategy up a little bit, which he has done.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, tough.
Oh, taking out
I think
back
what he would have been better there by keeping his position on that balcony, because Axe wasn't actually looking at him, and he could have just pistol sniped her while being completely safe.
That's right.
But those are the things you'll learn through time. It's easy to go right in there and try and get a closer shot early because your aim is not as good. You know, sometimes like you need to develop it, so you try and get as close as you can. But eventually, yeah, you see that people are looking at the car and they're distracted, so you got to take those kills. Oh, great shot.
These shots doing real solid work again. Let's have a look at some of our top dashes. We're at 3 minutes 42 seconds to go. On TBT, we've got the Bulbo, 30 kills and 25 deaths. Person right behind him, 29 kills and 30 deaths. KAOS, we've got Universal sitting at 40 kills and 27 deaths. And right behind him is Crash. She's sitting at 31 kills and 23 deaths.
Yep, strong performance.
Cards is on its final stretch.
TBT is doing a great push. To be here with 3 minutes is a really good time.
Yeah, that kind of time is a luxury at this point. But yeah, it's really good. They've done well.
It's interesting to see whether Firehorse gets his rockets set up, because this is the point where the rockets are real handy on this. Oh, he's got one there.
He's got the sniper now. Oh no, he didn't pick it up.
Oh, so they're not going with any... Okay, so he wanted to go back and get shocks. Oh, wasn't allowed of the luxury.
Yeah, wasn't allowed. Two minutes left. Person on the path immediately get pounced by two of the red team.
Oh, beautiful.
Back on the cart.
Oh,
What a push. This is looking good.
oh, look, they're right there.
Cleaned up the cart.
Oh, wow.
Can they do it? Is this a blue team wins?
You nailed it by following Damagey there.
With 1
That was
minute
a huge,
24
huge
to
move.
go.
Nice.
That is
Switching
really
sides.
good.
125,
And good
eh?
scores as well. 1 minute 25.
Yeah.
That's really good scores there.
Prepare to start.
Definitely, it's a very even game at the moment. So let's see how KAOS responds. Yeah. So I wonder who's going to be starting on explosives. Start off with Rembrandt. Often goes with shocks. If anybody else will have any.
Starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hi Bilbo.
Go.
Ha, she's our teammate.
Yeah, come on,
Happens to all of us,
Universal.
mate.
You've got your colours wrong there, mate.
It's
The fire horse is probably saying to him right now, like, listen, what are you doing? You drunk?
heat of the battle.
Bulba.
Bit of safe.
Dash. Oh.
Oof. Moving strong, not stopping.
Yeah.
It's just tracking along. Clear.
Really good push from KAOS.
Yeah.
5 minutes, and they're already on the way on that hill.
Yeah, being completely unobstructed at the moment. Nice headshot, Rembrandt.
Fire horse sitting. Oh. Sniped, and he's really good with snipes. He just has such a steady hand. I don't know if
There he goes.
you've watched it. His hand almost moves like one of the bots. How it's just perfectly still as it's scanning across the field.
Yeah, it's certainly not a skill that I've got. Terrible with those.
Coming in, giving defense.
Oh, beautiful clear.
Like I was mentioning earlier, this is a really tough.
It's lagging a little bit. This is a real tough part of the map, does it?
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah, it depends on how they treat this TBT. Person's going, so person's pushing up. And what do they got? High Bilbo on.
Fix a witch. Snatching those staples. Taking out the Oh.
Person. So who's on the rockets for red?
Looks like
Reality.
Forge.
We'll put onto him. Yeah, this is where you hope your teammates can protect you and at least communicate if they're unable to. See here for Reality Forge, I think he'd be better if he put his hands together. It's pretty accurate rockets. But when it comes to the cart, sometimes you want to have those rockets like almost right together so that they're directly on the people.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, bugger.
Universal cleaning up the back end so that that clock can move. But give Bulbo doing exactly what
It's
he
a good
needs to
little
do,
stop.
stand on that clock.
So with this much time, they're going to get checkpoint, but they just need to fight for every second because it's going to come down to, like with 1 minute 25, you don't have the luxury of letting them just stroll through. You need to fight for each inch.
That's it.
They're standing on the cart nicely though. Oh, good push. This is where you need someone right next to the cart. There's someone on the cart, but they need to have somebody that's can just walk straight onto it.
That's it. Or at least half a dash away. As soon as
Yeah,
your
looks like-
teammate dies, you need to be straight back on there.
Looks like they've got that dash away mindset based on that last interaction. Oh, not now. Oh yes, he misses dash. See, each inch, especially at this stage, you could stop them if you're all connected.
missed dash
Oh.
or crash, which is possible.
This is great defense.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be enough, but they're really slowing them down, and you know they definitely could stop them with some play.
Well, 1 minute left. They are really
Yeah.
a brick wall at this stage. Will not let KAOS get past you.
Wonder what they've got set up on the left there. Whether they've got explosive, it's going to be big trouble. All they do, they've got their explosive set up. This is where you see teams stop.
Yep.
Stop teams. If as long as they have people there to distract them, here we go. They do. They got them set up again. They also need to look after that dash. Oh. Oh, they. Oh, they got it.
They
It's
got it.
nice. Nicely done.
And
This
so
is
much
tight.
chaos happening over there. It didn't matter how many times I changed camera, because there's somebody's kill cam.
Edge of your seat stuff.
Damage you and Axiom.
Oh,
having
damage
a
you. No?
back.
I don't know how he's so good at SMGs. I'm terrible with SMGs.
They just seem to go all over the place for me. But
Yeah, like.
they just look at that.
Oh.
Great headshots happening.
You need to like keep moving as you move your arms with SMGs. Oh. Made quick work of that section. Oh, hi Bilbo with his shocks, eh? They're proving to be a bit of a nuisance, his shock work. They're still moving. This is going to come down to the wire. Who's your money on?
I think we're going to see, as soon as they get under attic, we're going to have another point where TBT is going to hold it back quite well.
Yeah.
And I think what happens out of those battles is going to decide the rest of this match.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be super tight. You know, I sort of feel it's almost like LeBron James. You always bet on somebody who's been winning and winning and winning until they lose is the right theory. So it's always easy to expect sort of KAOS to just make some huge pushes. But, you know, I think at the moment you'd have to say that TBT looks like they'd hold them back for long enough to be able to take it. You know, if you're just looking at the time and how well they're defending.
Shots,
Yeah.
cleaning up the clock.
Yeah, looks like TBT is going to take this, to be honest. So let's see whether KAOS can prove me wrong.
Oh,
Oh ho ho! Moving it. Oh, nice. What is High Builder doing? Oh,
we got person around the back. Cleaned up by Firehorse. Not a problem for him. Now that's a bit surprising to see Firehorse going like that. I would have expected him to pick up his sniper and just cause a bunch of pain like that.
oh,
Oh,
oh!
person
That-
getting the revenge kill.
Those ones hurt when you got the jump on somebody and you can't capitalize. You just kick yourself. You're like, oh. TBT really wreaking havoc at the moment. You've got quite an aggressive defense here, pushing right up. Oh, great kills. How's the car?
Parts is on the other side.
But they've been moving the car. They've been moving the car pretty solidly though.
on the final stretch. Pixel Witch trying to do a bit of disruption in the front first two. Universal answering that. See how the defense is going, but damn if you picking up these SMGs.
See if we've got any shocks or rockets set up. Doesn't look like it.
Ah, there we go.
There we go. Well, that's a tough position to be in, though.
Yeah.
I wonder what is he going to jump up onto that pillar and then shoot them? No.
No,
Oh wow!
he's going to use some splash damage from the side of the box. Not a bad idea.
A real tough angle, but yeah.
Yeah, if you can pull it off.
I think that's there we go. He's moved.
This is
He's really exposed here, though. Yeah, really exposed here. I wouldn't be there. Oh man.
He
done.
gets it.
That's better.
Yeah, much better. You just need your team to pull the view away from you because you can't see all the way up there.
Yeah, they can't all hang back if you're going to be there.
Yeah.
There they were a little bit hanging back, ready to jump on the cart. That was what his job was clearing the cart. But they just needed to have people around it taking the attention.
Lots of kill cams over here. It's just absolute fun.
Oh look, they're moving it. 30 seconds.
Two people.
So T takes the match, but
TBT has one, but let's see if they can get it. Yeah.
sort of missed that time come over. You're so engrossed in the gameplay. Here we go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
What a performance by TBT.
Especially going up against last season's champs.
The forward, nice drop kill there. Yep. It's a statement.
Yep. TBT letting KAOS know that it's not going to be an easy season this time around.
Look at those scores. Person damage you in high Bilbo. Look at that. All like near 80 kills.
Yeah.
That is huge.
That is huge.
40 deaths and 57 deaths for damage you in high Bilbo as well. Damn. Universal from KAOS. Huge performance himself. Representing after his new HH badge.
Yep.
That was really close.
So now we get to play a new map. And that would be... Oops.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think, it's going to be really interesting. Universal is one of the better players that I've seen playing this map, though. So it's going to be interesting to see. We played KAOS the other night in a big scrimmage, and the other thing though is KAOS is quite defensive, so it's quite hard to score on them, and then they'll have Universal try and sneak into your base without you knowing it. Davis dashes and then run across. So we'll see if TBT can catch on and really dedicate somebody to keeping an eye on them.
There's two main parts to go to each other's flag, and the naming convention seems to be different to each team. What I like to call it is beach side and waterfall side. Where some people have chosen beach house and waterfall house or beach. What is your preferred name?
I say beach definitely, because I think beach just comes to mind. It's quick. It's rolls off the tongue. I don't think tower is as good, because I think the house is what other people call it. It could also be considered a tower to some people. Like your brain has to at least think, which is why I think waterfall also works really well for the other side. The only reason I started saying house is because so many other people started saying house, so you merge and you mix it up sometimes on that side, but definitely beats the other side.
Yeah, and capture the flag, just like any other game type, it all comes down to dominating your area. You need to make sure that you've got it. You don't have to have a full defense around your flag, but wherever you or your team moves, you have to dominate that area, or else you're just going to get wiped clean and move through.
Yeah, well, you at least need to have somebody watching so that they can see someone like a Universal sneaking through to your base.
Yes.
But we've seen that it's really hard to score points on this map. So, because naturally you have everybody just moving back and forth, really chaotic. A few people moving together in pairs here and there, but really, just kind of back and forth, dying and not making any progress a lot of the time. So that's why people start to sneak in and but if somebody just leaves the whole area blank and not looked after, that's when you're vulnerable.
What makes it really challenging in this map is that there is only one dash per team, and it sits in that middle. That what I call the house is that area where the dash sits in. It looks more like a house to me, and each team member only has their dash in over there. So if you're going to try and wait for your entire team to get dash, that's 50 seconds of gameplay where you guys are waiting around. So what normally happens is you try and steal the enemy's dash, and you get quite a lot of fun by doing that.
Yeah, well, not only are you trying to stop them having it, but you know that if you go there, there's often people waiting that you can get kills on, and also it gets you to their flag faster. But counter to that is that if you go to their dash, you know you're going to be seen most of the time.
Yes.
So you are exposing your position versus sneaking in, and those are often when you can actually capture the flag properly.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this first cup of this map comes out, what kind of strategies the team ends up putting together, or do they just go absolutely chaotic and hope for the best?
It's always interesting to see if anyone's going to bring out explosives on this map as well. You'll often see just a pistols only map, but every now and then a player will utilize explosives to good effect. We haven't seen this in competitive play. This is the first time really anywhere that this game has been seen in competitive play because it hasn't been brought into Dash League yet.
Yep.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how the game and the strategies evolve.
So we got red and blue still sitting in their strategy room. Blue hard at both, probably consoling their defeat from last map.
Yeah, it's interesting to see who comes in here.
So I do believe that Marisol is going to be joining TBT team. I'm not too sure who's coming in on KAOS.
Okay. We get to see Marisol in there. See how she's getting on. She had a pretty massive rookie season. So Vagel Dude's in there. We should make it.
Okay.
Well, Vagel Dude it is.
Cool.
Let's see how he gets on.
Bagel Dude is also a new player, is that right?
No, I think he played last year. Well, I don't know. He's been around a while. Pretty sure he played last season.
My memory is shocking.
Yeah, my memory's marginal at the best of times. So yeah, just gotta try your best. I know that he's been playing the game for a while, and I think that he was in there last season. But you never know, because some people like Rapscallion been playing Hyperdash since over a year, and he's only just joined this season, so you never really know.
Yeah.
And if anyone's watching this that has just gotten Hyperdash and they're enjoying it, and they're in the Asia Pacific region, just feel free to join us on the Discord, and you can sign up for this league. I think we're still even adding players to teams up until maybe week 3 or something in this league. So if you think you got what it takes, this league has sort of been known for allowing newer players to sort of grow and develop, and you're not expected to all just be dominators to play. Everyone will grow together and give everyone a chance. So yeah, if you feel like playing, find us in the Discord.
If you're wondering how to get to that Discord, have a look at the description at the end of the stream. I'll put a link to it down over there. We have
Discord.
Jedi joining KAOS team.
Oh yeah, Jedi. Wow, that's a huge pickup for KAOS. They're lucky to get such a great little newbie to the winning team from last year.
I've played Jedi in some public matches. I wouldn't say he's completely new to the game.
Yeah, but he's still relatively new. Like I think is maybe a month in or something. It feels like, but he played Rec Room and other games beforehand. So there's been quite a few of the top players in this game that have come from Rec Room and other games, and they pick it up a lot quicker. So he's on that tree, and so he's improving. Or came into the game good already, and he's just getting better at a fast rate.
Yes. There's nothing more surprising when you see a player under level 10 and they come and wipe the floor of the match. Just wondering what just happened.
Yeah, well, sometimes people have a second headset or a new headset, or you got an alias, so it's easy to sort of see people like that and think and be skeptical almost. And then all of a sudden it turns out to be a real person, and they become a name for themselves. So Jedi might have been like that. I didn't get to play with him his first little while.
That must be some pretty serious strategy talks.
Yeah. Hugely serious. I don't know what you'd necessarily you'd talk about in the strategy for this one.
KAOS still seems to be very serious in the discussion.
Zoom back a little bit.
Nah, we'll leave that one alone. Last thing we want is to be demonetized.
That's true. Very wise of you. Irresponsible. Universal's really taking that strategy in. He knows that he's going to be the mule tonight.
Yep.
Just trying to sneak into their base.
You can see that the two different disciplines in the teams that we have.
Yep, they're both undisciplined, really. Come on, guys. I'm sure your chat's over now. The fans are clamoring for the action. This is good time that we can fill up sponsors, though. So if you're a sponsor, want to sponsor the show, get at Private Genocide.
Or get it at Mr. Soap. Both of us are available on Discord. We'd both be happy to get them. Here we go. Teams are coming in.
Maybe we can get some real niche products to advertise. Like on podcasts, you hear some real niche products come up.
What would be really great is that haptic feedback suit.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty huge sponsor.
Yeah, especially this is their audience, this is their game.
Yeah. So I'm assuming now they're muting each other, but there's also a few people just sort of frozen in space here, so maybe they're off to go to the bathroom and grab a drink. Just
Yeah, seems to have his controller down. There we go.
oh, he's back.
Person's got controller down.
Putting in stretches. Really getting in the zone. Calming the mind.
Feng Shui.
Yeah, very feng shui. Bilbo's patting his back, looking after him, make sure he's alright.
Yeah.
And they'll hope they can carry that on the field.
There we go. It seemed to work.
Great camaraderie. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. First
Oh,
elimination.
tough. Tried to walk that tightrope.
Bag old dude waiting for that dash.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure whether whether to wait for dashes or not in most game modes, but with this one, you're sort of often just throwing your life away time and time again. So you almost want to go out fully equipped,
Returned.
just slowly move up.
Fire Force raining down pain, shocks.
I don't mind it. This is fun to watch. It's interesting to see how explosive is going to work in competitive play on this map. If anything, it makes the other team just not want to go there. They don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
There
Those
we
shots
go.
have pretty high area damage. You may think that you've dodged it, but
Yeah.
you're going to get that splash damage hit.
And here they are fighting fire with fire. But Bilbo's being more aggressive with his explosives, so it's going to be interesting to see what he thinks he's going to... I wonder what you do offensively with shocks on this map. It seems like it would be quite hard to get a lot of kills because you've got to ride those rails, and no doubt I know that he's got a lot of skill with them.
Taking down that damage here. Pretty solid push by KAOS over there, but between Damage and Rembrandt, they had the defense up.
And Person carrying on his hot form from the last map. Showing an early candidate for most improved player.
Red flag
Yep.
stolen.
Oh,
Red flag returned.
good
Oh.
return. Lots of action happening there with
Oh,
Axion might have it here. Person needs to get out of the way. Yep, because I saw that was going to happen.
Red flag stolen.
That's stolen.
Oh. See, that's universal. Oh, Who is it?
Lots of
Was it
blue.
Jedi?
Lots of
Or
blue.
Axe?
Come on, Axe, take it.
Red
Oh.
flag returned.
That's
Red flag stolen.
again. Lots of blue people
Blue
around.
flag stolen.
Universal trying to take it.
Oh.
Oh, he's got it.
Let's quickly switch to
Oh.
follow.
Red flag returned.
Oh, they got it.
Red flag stolen.
Hard to get away when they know that you're there
Red
and you don't
flag
have enough
returned.
dashes. It's real tough to get out.
Blue flag returned.
I didn't even know blue flag was stolen there.
They don't make it that obvious, I find, in this game mode. Like they should have.
Take it.
Red flag stolen.
You should have some longer term sort of warning that you've got your flag's been taken. Because if you miss that once or it's not communicated well or whatever, it can be a surprise sometimes if the other team
Crash
scores.
got it.
Red flag
Oh.
returned.
Oh, that was too bad.
I feel like we're gonna have a few of those this map. There always are that you're so close but not quite, and then you're like, damn, like you were so close. And almost like you need so many things to be right in order to get a point on this map. Just looking for those perfect set of circumstances.
I haven't had the opportunity, but do you know if anything happens if nobody scores or if it's a tie? Is it just going to overtime?
No, there's no overtime. It just ends as a draw.
Yeah.
Mm.
And if that's the situation in us, we will end up going into pits as a decider match.
Well, no, because TBT won payload. So if it's a tie, then they'll win.
Right.
They'll beat the decider.
That's right.
So KAOS needs to win this.
Yep. Crash seems to be doing a lot of the defense.
Yeah. Oh, great shock by Bilbo. Gotta love a shock on the move that hits the money.
Oh, really good. And he picked up the health. He's good to go.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't. Axiom stole it from him.
I think he picked it up and then he hurt himself shooting Axion.
Blue flag returned.
Oh yeah, see this is the tough part. Like it's so hard to use shocks with such flat surfaces like that. No walls or anything to shoot to get the splash damage.
We got Universal going in. Rembrandt. Solid defense. Jedi coming up each side.
Oh.
Somebody fell in the water.
Not interested in that. Not interested in Jedi. Maybe Jedi used the force on him there.
Force push, you're in the water.
Mind games.
That's a good one.
Or damage you with the double shotguns. I don't know damage you as a double shotgun user. This must be something just for this map.
Yeah.
This is added over the off season.
I know he ended up grabbing double shots on Waterway, the one map.
Oh.
He ended up essentially
Working.
just raining down pain.
Really?
on the top. And it was really effective. And you didn't get many kills, but the constant bombardment of bullets caused enough damage that kept him pushing the team back.
Red
Yeah.
flag stolen.
It does.
Red
Oh.
flag returned.
Yes, he's doing massive damage with those shotguns.
Yeah.
Quite a good defensive weapon to have there, really. Especially the way he was using it.
Oh, both of them get
Oh.
taken out. The two sisters in this game.
Rembrandt had his cover blown. Yeah, you almost wonder if there's a way to sort of communicate when no one's looking, because you almost have to move when no one's looking sometimes in this map.
I think that just comes down to having a strategy in mind and then practicing it over and over again, so that it almost, without communicating, you know where your team is, just based off of what's happening.
Red flag stolen.
Red flag stolen. Where is he going? This is an interesting one as to whether the team calls out where he should go or whether he calls out where he should go.
There he goes.
Oh, looks really promising. Oh, they need to capitalize on that. Oh, he's got it.
He's got it.
Good. Oh, he's dropped the flag though. Oh, he's passed his teammate. Oh, great team play. Great teamwork. That's what you want to see. Doing things the right way.
Scores.
Trusting your teammates. Getting it done.
Yeah, that's it.
It's when you play this game a little bit like rugby.
Yep, just keep on passing it back.
Yep. It'd be good if you got good at like throwing it a little bit. Set up a chain.
I don't have a lot of room where I play Hyper Dash. If I had to throw it, I'm most likely going to be punching a hole in the wall somewhere.
Maybe they should add another game mode that's sort of almost like rugby, and you got to sort of kick something across the thing and catch it.
Yeah. Oh, Jedi just cleaning up those everywhere. Firehorse in a great defense against Bagel. Firehorse looks like he's about ready to go for that flag as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or part of the strategy, he most likely is sitting in place, waiting for.
He's pushing up. See, it's tempting to all push up together, but if you can have somebody at that midpoint with a full set of dash, they can be the perfect person for the other team to pass to.
That's right.
Always tough deciding what you want to do as a team. So yeah, it's part of the discussion, and it is the early days, as we say, with strategies on this map. So no real meta has been established yet. Bilbo's must be just changing his batteries on his controls or something.
Most
No.
likely.
Red
Yeah,
flag
red flag stolen.
returned. Red flag stolen.
Reversal. Got it.
Oh, I can't get out of it.
Red flag returned.
Yeah, see, it's almost, you don't know what to do when you're there and they know you're there and you don't have dashes. It's so hard to... One comes, you use your dash to kill them, then you're waiting again and then another one comes. Oh, beautiful. Right in the noggin.
Red flag stolen.
Good flag stolen.
Red flag returned.
Oh, they found him. So we're just past halfway through the match now. 1-0 to KAOS, and needing the win, so they're going to need a hold here, and it's really hard. Just getting 1 point, that's a huge huge feat for the other team to overcome.
Yes. Beautiful with the double shots over there.
Wow.
Again, just seems to be dashing in, laying down fire. And he's trying to do his...
Not really dying, is he? Has 16 deaths.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually not a bad idea, just opening up shotguns into that small area over there.
Yeah, no,
Especially
it
if you
is.
had two people in.
Yeah. It's just figuring out how many to leave on defense versus send on offense on this map, isn't it?
Oh, did you see that double bounce?
Big bounce shot.
Red
Oh,
flag
man.
stolen.
Red flag stolen.
Maybe Rembrandt. No, it's not Rembrandt. Oh, there it goes. They've got it. I think it's universal.
Blue team scores.
Universal, there we go. Proving why he's one of the best players in this on this map in the early days.
10 minutes left. I wonder if KAOS is going to change their strategy to an all-out defense.
Red flag stolen.
They'll do, trying to just not be seen there.
Flag returned.
I didn't look at you, so you probably didn't look at me.
Yeah.
Red flag stolen.
Red flag stolen.
Universal probably going beachside now.
Flag returned.
Oh, returned.
Very few call-outs for blue flag stolen. Their defense is
Yeah.
quite good.
Rock solid, yeah. They've got quite a defensive stance. They're really sort of sound. Seem like they always know what's going on the field because they've always got at least a couple of people sort of in a lookout role.
Yeah. I know
Red
Crash
flag
saw
stolen.
somebody. She's now
Yeah.
hunting for where that red.
Red
Yeah.
flag returned.
Bilbo waiting for second shots. No, that's good. Oh. It seems that in KAOS we've got Universal and Jedi pushing the aggressor, Firehorse coming in as support when they need it,
Mm-hmm.
and Axion and Crash laying on the defense.
Oh, Jedi with the ducking.
Yes.
He's learning from his rec room mates. Devs have done a great job with this look of this map. It's arguably the most beautiful map.
Really is stunning.
Red flag stolen. Red flag returned. Red flag stolen.
Axion, but the red one.
Oh.
Red flag returned. Blue flag. Red flag stolen. Red flag returned.
Blue flag stolen, and a call out didn't even happen. Person coming in.
Red flag stolen.
Oh!
Red flag returned.
The flag person was at the flag station,
Red
got taken
flag
out.
returned.
Oh man, that's
Oh,
person must really be person at this stage. That
yeah.
was so
I wonder who that was. I wonder who took him out.
Universal.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Universal always seems to be at the right place at the right time at this map.
yeah.
He's really focused on getting the flag, but he's always aware if his flag's in danger. And you think that you're just having to clear the line, but he's already back at your flag from being aggressive and sneaky before, and then he just sort of comes back and
Red flag
ruins your hope and
returned.
dreams.
struggle, dude, going in.
Oh,
Oh, a little bit of a
Oh.
two stashes over there, and it has cost them. Oh, that's too bad.
I don't know if we followed Rembrandt for a while, have we?
Followed him for a little while. See what he's up to. He is cleaning up Jedi over there. Going in for a sneaky push.
Yeah, he was starting to get down in his sneaky little position.
Red flag stolen.
There's a thing as well, like you use your dash and you get a trail, so
Flag returned.
Yeah.
there's something to be said for trying to just like walk or sprint or something to get between those points of cover sometimes.
Yeah, and it's also the sound that the dash makes.
Yeah,
Your team
true.
knows there's no one else around them, and they suddenly hear a dash, then they know that there's a red team and there's someone nearby. Oh, beautiful headshot.
Red flag stolen.
Oh,
Red flag returned.
they got it. They got it back.
Top dashes we're looking at on KAOS side, universal 59 kills and 2 flag captures. TBT side, we have I put damage you with 37 kills. No, sorry, person with 55 kills and also 55 deaths, so even through that ratio.
Nice.
Oh, nothing more upsetting than looking at the bullet go right through your eye.
Look at this huge debut league match by Jedi as well.
46 kills, 51 deaths, doing really
It's
well.
a huge debut. Oh, that was
Almost
awfully
fell.
close to the water there.
Yeah.
It's been very defensive now. Happy with their 2-0 lead.
We've got
They're just
3.5
gonna-
minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to get another point at this stage.
No. Looks like a person might try.
I don't like the idea of somebody being super defensive up 1-0, but you know, when it's the end of the match like this, you're up 2-0. You know, I can see how they're deciding to just play super defensively now.
Firehorse still doing a bit of a push.
Oh,
So
there we go.
also on 2 sides. Jedi.
Jedi's out there as well.
The TBT held together and with the defense. Axion and Crash, solid defense work. Oh.
Just under 2 minutes to go, and then we'll have our first taste of pit.
KAOS in there. Let's take that. Damage unit.
1 minute remaining. Red flag stolen.
That would be
Red
really
flag
interesting if they could
returned.
take another flag just before the time.
Blue
ran out.
flag stolen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Blue
I almost just want
flag
TBT to
returned.
get one just for
Yeah.
for that late morale boost. But KAOS have definitely done a real good job of moving forward and being really coordinated in their attack today.
Well, they've got KAOS has got 4 people pushing, 1 person down, 1 person through.
Red blue
Universal
flag stolen.
flag.
Or
10.
Universal going to finish his little trifecta,
Blue flag
looking pretty likely.
4.
Oh, person
1.
Oh.
taking Universal
Blue
out,
team wins.
making sure that doesn't happen.
Well, good win by KAOS, bringing it even, and so that's the good news for us and the viewers and everybody here is to get to see Pitt played competitively for the first time.
So I don't know if you just want to mention to the viewers what Pitt is and why this is going to be quite an interesting map.
Yeah, so Pitt has just been added, just this latest update into this game, and first to 21 points, and to get a point, your team needs to kill the other team first, and every 3 points you get a new gun, and it's sort of a set list of guns that you progress through. So the dynamic of the game shifts throughout the game depending on what gun you and your opponent have and how you choose to utilize that. And there are some quite complicated sort of strategies. Again, it's really early days at the moment, so people don't know whether to come out aggressive, use their 3 dashes early, or save and wait for them. People are sometimes going off on their own, sometimes working together as a team. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams have chosen to approach things in their first match of the season, and what team is sort of most versatile at being able to use a lot of the different weapons.
Now the map is very, very small, as you clearly can see. I mean, you can see it just up at the talks about there's not a lot of room to hide. So if you're in a bit of trouble and you need to get out of the way, there isn't much in terms of hiding spots. So it's go out fighting, or run away. Essentially, you just keep on dashing around the map.
Yeah, pretty much. Even if you think you're in the sort of cheekiest little hiding spot in a little corner behind a wall, the map's so small that someone uses their 3 dashes and they're seeing you from some angle eventually, and if you're just sitting there still, they've got their one shot to take you down, so you're always on edge.
There's 21 rounds, and we're going to go through each one of the maps. Round changes every 3 rounds, I think so. And what seems to be a big stopper is whoever gets to round 3 first seems to make it up to at least the rocket launches. I'm not sure which round that is. And that's normally when the other team sort of catches up, because it's a lot harder as an all-team rocket launch going up against, even if it was just all pistols. It's really difficult to clean up on that. And then the second stopgap is around about the snipers. Not a lot of players that are very good at sniper rifles. So, and just about everybody's good at staples and pistols. So we have an opportunity to catch up with those points as well.
Yep, no, definitely some known roadblocks for teams, but it all depends on the collection of players and what they've played with, and maybe one of these teams this season is going to just be a wrecking ball in this mode by having a lot of versatility. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, I've got a feeling that Person, Rembrandt, and Firehorse are the people to watch out for when it comes to the sniper rifles, because I know a person has been practicing it. He's been mentioning it all the time about his headshot training with sniper rifles. Rembrandt has traditionally just been good at it, and Firehorse, I think he was born with a sniper rifle pistol attached to his head.
That is the legend.
Yes.
I feel like Universal is a bit of that sort of Lord Grim type of just his aim is consistently on for that first shot. And I feel like I trust him quite well with Sniper as well.
Yes.
Whereas a lot of us completely avoid the snipers until you're in a really tightly contested pit match and they're really important to be able to use.
TBT 1, KAOS 1, Pitts coming in as the decider. Not much in terms of strategy on Pitts. It all comes down to skill with individual weapons and making sure that your shots are on target.
Yeah. Going to be really tight. I think Jedi has been really strong in his debut match, though. So, I feel like KAOS is going to be really sort of consistently strong across the board. Where the TBT sort of, is able to sort of have some big runs with some of those explosive weapons. They've got a lot of people who have, very specialist skills, as you saw before with Damage picking up the double shotguns. Obviously, gotten a lot better at them probably playing elimination. Bilbo with his shocks. Person, multiple weapon user. Rembrandt's been playing this game, and since he was born, as the legend says.
Yeah.
Wonder what there's such a very long strategy in this game. It's as we said, we haven't seen this map played competitively, so I'm just very curious as to what they're talking about for this long. Maybe we're going to see something epic. I think a lot of strategy in this map is just reminding everybody to be aware of when the guns change, so that you're not firing bullets or charging where you don't want to be, and also making sure you keep them high ground against those explosives.
Yes, and I also think it's just about communication, making sure that you communicate with the team, somebody's dash behind you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. You know that you can be killed from 360 degrees on this map, so any piece of information that another pair of eyes on the court can tell you, can make the difference. Looks like we got someone zenning out for a little bit, doing some neck stretches, some knee stretches. Really good safety. And there we go again.
Yeah, really, really good. I think I'll just stick to this camera.
I wish I could believe that Firehorse was kneeling down right now, or sort of, sitting on a wall, like really, doing a good stretch and quad strength. But I think he's just sitting down on his couch.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
Here we go. They got a little bit more warming up to do, evidently. All going off for a little break. Get a glass of water.
Alberto seems to be headset down at the moment, or if he's just sitting down.
Axe is getting in the zone. She's antsy to get out there. Here we go. It's looking like it's ramping up. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. First elimination.
Rimrand. Kneeling
So
down.
hard to keep up with these guys.
Blue team.
Yeah, you'll find this is a really hard one to
One.
either to sort of have your fingers on the arrows ready to switch
Yeah.
consistently, really. They mentioned in the recent pit tournament how hard it was to keep up with. Yeah, that will do it. Yeah, drone.
Blue team scores 0, 2.
Thought I could manage both, but no worries.
Oh, it looks like a good spot for it to be in. Those walls are a classic spot to go to.
Scores
Blue
0,
team now moving up to
3.
shotguns, so they should be able to plow ahead quite easily now. Oh. Take
Red
that
team
back.
scores
Red team
There we
1,
go.
doing some
3.
good work there.
Oh, beautiful shot there, damage you.
Scores 2, 3.
Who three? Having no problems against the shotguns.
No, haven't seen that one.
Uh-oh. Lured him in. Oh, yeah, damage you. Tell you what, he's made a huge leap, I think, damage you. Look at that. Oh, was that
2.
4?
It was a draw. He managed to kill
Oh,
him
man.
just at. Oh, that was a good play.
That was superhuman.
And he just gets taken out. You're not doing that again. What University
Blue team scores 2,
Yep.
4.
Universal's riled up now.
Nah, you can see the difference in skill level quite quickly. Universal playing this game. Not too long, but he's now
Blue team
he
scores
starts firing
2,
in his dash. If you
5.
watch him carefully.
Yeah, he's got a very aggressive these shotguns with that sort of dash right in your face. and
Yes.
shoot sort of play style to play against. Why a lot of players get
Scores
annoyed by shotgun users in game and complain is because they get their feelings hurt a little bit.
The shotguns didn't hurt me. It was the message you sent across.
Exactly. It's just so aggressive.
Red team scores 4,
Red
5.
team keeping up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now in the pit tournament, we had some big comebacks in this as well. Like once one team gets to snipers, it's anyone's game.
Yes.
We've seen people come back from 18-12 to win it. So yeah, the sort of complexity of the game sort of will just change.
Nice movements from Abdul there. Favorite dash upwards.
Blue team scores 5, 6.
Blue team on shots. On shotguns.
Blue team scores 5, 7.
I think this is a Firehorse time to shine, I think. Oh, take it
Red
down.
team scores 6.
Oh, they got it though.
Double shots. Let's see how this goes. 5 horse, Johnson.
It's got one of those few sort of semi-hiding spots as long as people aren't dashing too much. Oh.
Red
had a good
team
run there.
scores
Yep.
7, 7.
Could be high Bilbo as well. It really loves his shocks.
Bilbo seems to be
Nice. Oh, in trouble here.
Red team scores
Oh, nice.
8, 7.
Oh,
for shots.
it was a tough decision to whether you go for that dash or not, and when you go for that dash with
scores
especially during explosive rounds.
7.
TBT on 9. We're now on SMGs, which is actually a lot harder against shots.
Yeah, SMGs are sort of, they really sort of do their best work at long range, and this is such a close quarters sort of map that they can be kind of difficult to use. You really need to get
Red team scores
the headshots going almost.
7.
Yeah.
Blue team scores 10, 8.
TBT seems to be dominating the early match against KAOS. This must be quite concerning for KAOS team members.
Yeah, but I think that they'll know that this map just changes each weapon change, and you get a whole new chance. So they'll definitely be feeling the pressure, but
8.
I think that they won't count themselves out. That's for sure. Oh, looks like someone's disconnected. Maybe Crash and Axe somehow, because they both looked like they were standing there a little bit.
And they love, their sisters, they live in the same house.
Try and flick onto one of them. Try flick onto one of them.
Yeah.
Is it just...
Red team scores
you won't need to drop. Like, I mean,
8.
if they've got internet issues, I'd imagine this map will still count anyway. In all competitive play, that's how it's been so far. Normally, people will just completely drop out, and it'll be 5 versus 4. Sometimes it's something that they'll come back, and maybe she
14,
got
8.
booted out to Quest and she'll be back. Maybe the battery's dead. Looks like Crash is still going, so it can't be their internet. Here we go, she's back.
Red team
Could have been her guardian. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
But that's going to cost them. It's tough to come back from. It does happen on this map at least. Of all maps to time out on this, you can come back from them. But you know, each point so quickly adds up in this one versus payload. You know, maybe you can make up for it. It's a bit longer.
KAOS sitting on shot on SMGs.
Red
TBT
team
is on very
scores
fast-firing
16,
staples.
9.
Yeah, staples are the best. You know, probably the best weapon in the game, really. So this is a very dangerous time that they'll be trying to weather the storm through. And
Blue team scores.
yes, oh yes, a universal.
10.
Nicely done.
Making a comeback.
Start clawing it back. They're working well together here. 2v1.
Oh.
1v1.
Red team scores.
Boy, nicely done.
10.
4 more points in red team to win the match.
Oof.
Oh.
Blue team scores 17, 11.
1 mil till they can get off these SMGs.
Interesting strategy for fire first. Just laying down the fire on the dashes and all.
Red team scores 18, 11.
Now TBT, moving on to snipers, this is typically where we would see a change in the gameplay. Because it is quite difficult to keep up with even SMGs with sniper rifles.
Red team scores
And they've
19,
managed to hold it.
11. Red wins in 2 points. Blue team scores
Good job,
19,
Jedi.
12. Red wins in 2.
How's my mic?
Your mic's fine.
Okay, cool. Now my laptop battery died, so I had to switch to my phone.
Ah,
Blue team scores 19,
19-13.
13. Red wins in 2 points.
let's see how that goes with the snipers.
With these snipers against other weapons, it almost feels like, you know, each point is just so meaningful, and you just need to get 3 of them.
19,
Yep.
14. Red wins in 2 points.
Fire horse, down, fire, top down. Oh. Okay. Oh, beautiful headshot.
Oh,
Yeah, just
good shot.
beautiful.
2v1,
Yeah.
1v1.
Blue
Oh,
team scores 19, 15.
I think blue
Now they're
team's
on
gonna beat
stable.
them at
in
snipers.
2 points.
I mean, this is a very sort of very tough against a team of snipers. Are the hardest one to use, and you know, Staples the easiest one to use. This could be a 19-18 game pretty quickly.
Yep. Jedi hunting for the last red person. Oh, just right behind him the whole time.
Oh, well done, damage you.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
damage you.
Oh,
Nice
got
work.
that one just in time. Wow.
Match point red.
We got to
Match
damage you.
point red. One more round, red team has it.
Oh,
Universal's not going to damage you right away.
Blue team scores.
I mean, blue
20,
team must be
16.
stressing right now.
Match
And
point
TBT
red.
seems to have a lucky one.
yeah, they've got to be perfect now. They've got to really maintain their focus. Really remember to play together. It's very easy to get caught in the moment and just decide you're going to rush out there, and then you lose the point, and then you're done.
17.
Yeah.
Match point red.
Oh, yeah. Good move. 1v1.
Oh, that was close. Oh, that was
Oh,
so close.
ho, ho.
That was so close.
20.
Here we go.
19.
Snipe off.
Match point.
Sniper on sniper. Action. All snipers. Oh, beautiful. Oh,
Blue team scores 20.
Here we go.
19.
2 points. KAOS
Pretty tight.
win. 1 point.
Red.
TBT to win. This is close. Oh. Oh. 2 versus 2.
Reality Forge. The big moment.
Blue
X.
team scores.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
This-
Winner takes all.
Here we go. Winner takes all. Let's
Match
see.
point.
TBT KAOS. What's your early prediction?
Ho, ho, ho. I think TBT, they're going to come to bring it back from despair. Oh,
Firehorse is disagreeing with you over there.
yeah. They're trying to keep this momentum going. Oh, look at him.
Oh. They've done
Red
it.
team wins.
Oh, high
TBT 's
Bilbo,
beaten
clutch.
KAOS. Wow.
Look at the elation.
What
Well done.
a match.
High Bilbo coming in clutch.
Damage you.
Great
Top
match.
Dasher. 38.
Universal.
Deaths. Universal on KAOS side. 47-31. Universal cannot believe what he has just seen.
Great match, and you got to say that it definitely cost KAOS there losing a player for a handful of rounds. But that's just what happens in internet-based gaming, and TBT took advantage and they held on to the end.
Well, that was an exciting first week of the APAC Cup. Mr. Soap, thank you so much for joining me.
Of course, mate, my pleasure, and thanks to the teams for putting on such a great show.
And that was really exciting. It's going to be. I'm looking forward to seeing how TBT is going to grow in this cup. They're really showing right out the gate they're not a team to be taken lightly.
Yep, putting the league on notice.
Well, that is it from us. We are going to kill the stream soon. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to have a look at that description for the Discord link, and you can find myself and Mr. Soap on there. Thank you and goodbye.